And it says we are live. It's Thursday night, man. We're heading into the weekend. I'm here. You're beautiful. You know what that means. You know what time it is. It's time for GotBot Goes live. I, of course, am your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, man, please like, comment, share. Of course, subscribe. And while you're at it, baby, hit that notification bell. It helps me out a ton. It lets you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, Transformers, Collectors, NL, all of the other groups that I am either a mod or an admin for, as well as all my social media links. All that's down in the description below. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we offer to you through Teespring. Or, of course, hit the join button right here on YouTube to become a channel member. Just this past week, I did a video for patrons and channel members where I ranked the selects releases, and we looked at a little set that now belongs to somebody else. So a lot of things going on there. Tonight is going to be a fun one. We have an unboxing tonight, and it's kind of an interesting one because it leads to a little bit of a cool domino effect. Very small one, but a neat one all the same. We have to talk about some potential new lines, or some names at least for some potential new lines. We have an update to Alabama, but I don't know if it's a accurate update. We'll see. And we're going to talk about some other potential releases and whatnot, and some things that have been confirmed since last week, when last we met here on the show. I see you guys coming in there. I am going to get things kind of set up here, so bear with me just a little bit. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Thursday as we head into the weekend, man. Another weekend, we're heading toward another weekend, man. Who knew, right? But this is going to be a good one, I think, tonight. I think we're going to have some fun here tonight. Our trivia tonight will be from Blue Raccoon. Last week I had mentioned that the trivia was going to be from him tonight, so indeed it will be. Let's see what we got here so far. Hey Connor, hey Ninja Bill. Oh wow, I am always honored when Ninja Bill is able to come on here. A lot of times, buddy, you end up having to miss it just because of timing and life being what life is. Hold on here. Let's see. Hey Sawyer, happy to see you here. Hey Jay, Ken, glad you're here. As we go down here. Ultra Marcus. By the way, I'm kind of glad Marcus is here. A few days ago, man, he and Crimson and Input were on Danny's channel, and they had a fun live stream. I was there for some of it, but I went back after and watched the rest of it after, and I think Marcus came in later. It must have been like crazy early in the morning there, but it was definitely a fun watch. That deep cover, man, oh man. I'm just going to say that part falling off on deep cover, that pelvis, I'm going to say pelvis, it's rough. And it was mentioned there that I had talked about possibly some mold degradation with the, I'll spit this out in a second, with the Selects deep cover. I have a shoulder that's pretty wonky and kind of loose. So that was interesting to see. Hey, Chief. How's it going? It's going pretty good, man. Let's see. I'm going to be in and out. I have to go. What? Oh, pick up a package. Oh, always interesting when you got to pick up packages. Hey, Nathan. Happy to see you here. Let's go down. Those castings did turn out great. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, a few people came to me after the fact because I mentioned last week how later in the night, technically, a product of mine was going to be made by Dragonfly himself on a live stream on his channel. A lot of people came back and said, I couldn't find Dragonfly. And they spelled it Dragon F-L-Y. It's F-L-Y-E. I highly recommend you go and check it out. There's a lot that goes in to doing these casts, a lot more than I knew, and it was such an interesting process. So I know that this is after the fact, but it's worth going and checking out on Dragonfly's channel how it was he went about casting it. It's a bit of a process, and it takes a little while. And some of it is on screen, some of it isn't. Some of it is you're having to wait for certain things to happen, like that water boiling, man. How many times did you have to boil that water? But it's an interesting process that I knew nothing about beforehand. So it's worth checking out. Um, yeah, like 4 a.m., right? That's crazy. Hey, Cyber. Hey, Small. I wonder how the Earth mode side swipe will fare. I'm hoping good. I wasn't in for the Siege one, but you make a few tweaks to make it Earth, and I might finally replace the classics with it. Um, Ninja Bill, our super chat, super fan, always appreciated. Always appreciated, and it always goes to a good cause of getting things done. I'm happy to say I actually had a few hours this week to work on the season finale of season 2 of Universal Collision. It's slow going, and I'm sorry, guys, but real life, as they say, and my day job have just been bonkers ever since 2021 has come in, honestly. But trust me, I'm working on getting through it as quickly as I can for you guys. Let's see. Deep cover joints started out idiot tight on my copy. Interesting. Which deep cover are you talking about, stop motion reviewer? The Netflix one or the Selects one? And I'm glad a lot of people came back, by the way, and said that their deep cover was fine. So maybe it was just the shoulder on my Selects one, and that's cool. That's cool. Hey, Sovereign. Okay, so uh, 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 we're going to get into the news. We're going to get into the news. This is going to be an interesting batch of news. First things first, an update to Alabama. Apparently, according to some conversations I was having on TFW with a couple of like staffers and a couple of like well-known news contributors there and whatnot, the rumor or the word is that Alabama could be a North American release of the Takara's Sound Blaster. But while I think that's intriguing and I don't know how it would tie into Alabama, I'm not sure if I necessarily buy that. And here's why. The price for that, first, that listing is a selects. So it might tie in that way. But the listing has a price of $29.99. That has not been the price of a Voyager in Canada since the end of Power of the Primes. They immediately went up to $39.99 with Siege. So $29.99 seems a little underpriced. $29.99 was the price of the deluxes until recently with Kingdom. They went up to $32.99, which brings me to the second point of news, a price reduction. I have noticed at one retailer, that retailer being Walmart, that the price for the current wave of Kingdom, as well as the tags for the Netflix stuff, now has the deluxe price back to $29.99. It was $32.99. It is no longer $32.99. It's back to $29.99. This reminds me of 2015. At that time, the Combiner Wars Voyagers, they tried to up the price to $34.99 and they didn't move. They didn't sell. Nobody bought it. And they dropped it back to $29.99. I don't know if this is a mistake or if they tested the water at $32.99 and people weren't willing to pay it. So now they're dropping it back to $29.99. As far as I'm concerned, those deluxes need to drop another $10 to $19.99. I'm just saying. And in the States, they shouldn't be no $29.99. They should be back to about $17. I'm just saying. Let's even say that I'll be nice about it and give them a couple of dollars more than $19.99 Canadian. But I find it very interesting that those prices, now that's the only retailer who has done it that I know of, at least as of yet. But it might be a trend that others could follow suit as well if they end up sticking with that. They're not going to want to be undersold. And if Walmart is selling for a few dollars cheaper, you might see other ones have to lower their prices to match it. And I think that is a good move, honestly. There was a red card deluxe that I talked about a couple of weeks ago, mentioned it a couple of weeks ago. It is confirmed as Road Rage. I think we all knew that it was going to be Road Rage. It's a red card exclusive, apparently. Now, that red card exclusive listing did not come to me via Target. It came to me via Toys R Us. Here it'll be an R Club exclusive, which really doesn't mean anything. But Road Rage, it's going to be the exclusive. I think it makes sense. It's red, so yeah, makes sense. I don't think anybody would be shocked by that. What else do we have here? Dominique Fishback is apparently going to be one of the leads in Transformers 7 alongside Anthony Ramos or Ramos. Not going to lie, never heard of either of these people. Don't have a clue who they are. Apparently they're big stars. I don't know them at all. I would walk by them on the street and not be impressed. Just saying. Don't know. If you're impressed, cool. Cyberverse Season 4 listings. We have some more. Warrior, Snarl, and Dead End. I think Dead End really needed a Warrior release. The little Scout class thing that they did for Dead End was just... That was sad. That was just sad. So a Warrior release, yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Snarl as a Warrior, all right. I guess. I mean, it's basically a deluxe size for a Dinobot, but I guess it would tie in with Grimlock. Maybe. Transform and Roll, Bumblebee and Optimus Prime. There are listings for those now, so they are happening. And then Roll and Combine. I find this interesting. Roll and Combine, you would think combiners, but Roll and Combine Megatron, Bumblebee, and Wheeljack. I don't know what these are. I don't know if other people have heard more about this Roll and Combine thing. It's obviously a gimmick. But there you go. Let's check in with you guys before I kind of go on here a bit, because I know I've been missing some stuff with you guys chatting away here. Hey, Crumple Zone, if I didn't say hi. Let's see. I'm doing great, man. I'm doing fantastic. Look, tomorrow's Friday, and the school that I'm working at tomorrow, I am done at 1:15. I got a couple things to do after that, but like I'm done early in the day tomorrow. It's gonna be a good time, man. Good way to go into Friday. I am referring to the Netflix one. Okay. I can't really speak to that just yet. Stop motion reviewer. The one I was talking about was the Selects one. It gets a little confusing when you have the same character kind of have multiple releases. You know, it does get iffy. Hey, look at that. Collector 75 Graham. Happy you're in here. Of course, as always, honored. My deep cover is the not Netflix, and the joints are good. Okay, well, that's good. I got my red alert back from my office. Oh, yeah, I remember you saying that you were going to get them back. To go with Inferno, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. His belt doesn't say his belt does not stay tabbed in. Interesting. Very interesting. I hadn't even considered that, but that would be a pain if it's floppy. Hey, Crimson. It's funny. I was. It's funny that you're in here. I don't know if you heard me mention it, but I gave you and Danny and Input and Marcus and Wilbur a bit of a shout out for that show that was on Danny's. By the way, fun fact: Tales from Teletran is coming back on May the 15th. After a little bit of a hiatus. I was on the last show before they went on hiatus. May the 15th is my birthday. So they're actually coming back on my birthday. Look at that. Alabama sounds like Quick Strike, in my opinion. Myself and Maximal 10 thought the same thing, Dragonfly. As a matter of fact, we said Quick Strike could be possibly a remold, retool of Scorponok. It might be wishful thinking. I mean, I wouldn't call it anything more. Like, it's not a rumor saying it might be Quick Strike. It's just a couple of fans throwing around Southern accent, you know, a mold that could be used for it. Coming out in selects, they tend to be kind of remolds and different names of it. Could be. And I mean, we could be totally off. Like I said, the word is the Takara Sound Blaster, but I feel like that is a price that's a bit low for it, for what it originally was. That being said, if it is Sound Blaster and it's 29 Canadian, so with the exchange, they're saying $24.99 US. I would say $19.99 US. Honestly, if you can get that Sound Blaster for like $20, do it. It's great. He's fantastic. As we go down here, price drops. Price drops. Yeah, price drops. I've seen it happen once in 2015, and I found it real interesting that it seems to be happening now. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the prices in a bit, but I like seeing those sort of changes. They need more of that, honestly. Um, let's see. The prices in the US never even went up. They did go up, stop motion. A lot of places now have them at $22.99. If you're still getting them for $19.99, you're lucky because they have gone up to $22.99 in a lot of places. And if you got 86 Blur for 18, you're lucky because he has been selling for $22.99. So be glad, be glad. If it's not gone up in your area, be really glad, man. Hey, Manitoba, happy to see you here, buddy. Um, got your Sprite and lemonade. Let's see. If you pre-order from Amazon, they usually get a little back when they ship. Deluxes have cost me $17.99, and some Voyagers cost me $25.99 when they were shipped. Interesting, Ken. Um, Interesting. I have heard of it at $22.99. I mean, I'm glad if you guys are finding them for $19.99, $18.99. Good. Stick with it. Ride that pony as long as you can, man. I just know what the talk has been, and I hope that nobody experiences it. I hope they see the error of their ways. Because I've been super critical and harsh on it. Last week I said I don't trust the company. I need to. It's funny. I said last week I don't trust the company. Now I'm seeing a price reduction. Show me more of that. You want to win my business? Show me more of that. Give me more for less. That's how you win my business. Monthly fire drill and barbecue. Sounds like a good way to have a Thursday, buddy. Dragonfly. Netflix Deluxes here are $17.88. Whoa. Really? Wow. You lucky buggers. Um, they're not no 1788 here, I promise you. I gotta go up here again. Hey, Transformers 2002, buddy. I definitely lost some stuff here. Hold on here, folks. Let's see here. I wasn't sure if I wanted Kingdom, but they got him, and the robot mode is gorgeous. Kingdom who? It's probably something I mentioned, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure who you're talking about there. Why more saw? Apparently, the Cyberverse that's coming out. Word is the Cyberverse that's coming out is because of the two Cyberverse movies that they're doing. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. Are they articulated like Deluxe Prowl? I would get. They say Warrior, so I'm guessing no, not quite the deluxe treatment, but they should have them. Roll and combine, Nathan, whatever that means. Yep. I forgot to ask yesterday about your view about a redo of Strong Arm for a future team. I'd like to see a Strong Arm redone, but I don't think it's going to happen yet. I mean, it's 5 years removed. The nostalgia is just not there yet for her. I'd like to see it. I liked her, but a lot of people criticized RID. I don't think that they would do it yet. They're treading more now into Beast Wars and potentially Unicron trilogy. After that'll be Prime, and probably tied in with Prime, you'll start to see some overlap with RID 2015. But I think we're a few years out from it yet. Would I like to see it? Yes. Do I think it's going to happen anytime soon? No. But that's my take on it. Like a redo for Kingdom, you're not gonna. I can guarantee you're not gonna see it that soon. It'd be nice if you did, but I can 100% guarantee you will not see a Strong Arm that soon. Um, yeah, it does talk about Road Rage. I don't like all these exclusives and stuff, you know. Hey, input. Slow DK and I were talking a little bit earlier before I went on the show, actually. Hey, Lance. We go down here a little bit. And if I skip over some stuff, guys, I apologize. Hey, BS Prime. I'm surprised you got in here, buddy. Let's see. Hey, Mattia. If you don't mind me saying, check out the Strong Arm Reprolate. I don't own the Strong Arm, and no, I would. I've talked about it before. No, I'm not checking out the repro labels. They're like 25 bucks just to ship here. It's prohibitive for me to order them. I think that they're beautiful, but it's prohibitive. Like by the time I would buy stickers, I've looked into it before. I'm looking at $35, $40 for a pack of stickers. No, it's never in a billion years going to happen. It's too, for where I live, it's too prohibitive. I'm sure she looks beautiful with them. I have no doubt. But that would be like double the cost of what she was. It's no, and she's not mine. As I said in the review, she's on loan. I don't know why. It's like people don't notice when I thank people for letting me review their stuff. If it's mine, you'll know. If it's not, I always give credit, right? I'm sure that it's beautiful, but it's not going to be for me. I wish the vehicle scale was better, but I understand the limitations of the figure. So we go down here. Dragonfly. I still want a Windblade out of the Cyberverse and give a new. I don't know if we need any more Windblades. The Titans Return one is pretty fantastic. I don't know. I guess I'd have to see it. I guess I'd have to see it. I like we've gotten a bunch of Windblades. Didn't Cyberverse give us a Windblade? I thought maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Cyberverse didn't, but I thought that Cyberverse did. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. That's also a distinct possibility. I might not know what I'm talking about. I got to get back to the news here, but I got to get this. Let's see. Bumble. Do you like 2007 movie Toyline? Yeah, I thought that it was a pretty good line. I don't know if some of the later ones were as good, but I think the 2007 line was generally a pretty solid line for the most part. I love that Megatron. A lot of people give it a lot of flack, but I love that Megatron. Okay, going back down through some of the news here. So we also found out about Project Jam. My guess is this is going to be part of the collaboratives line. I don't know what it's going to be. Some people joked and said maybe Space Jam. I don't know anything about Space Jam. I don't know. It would turn into a basketball. Basketball. That's what Space Jam was about, right? But I mean, it falls in line. We had Project Bird, which is Expanse. We had Project Maverick, which of course was Maverick from Top Gun. We had Project Ectotron, and we had Project Future, which of course was Gigawatt. So I think it's going to be some sort of new collaboratives of some sort. TF Nation on the 29th is going to be doing an online spotlight event with Tanya. I hope I'm saying her name right. Gennady. It's Miko. It's the voice of Miko. So there are different ticket prices and stuff, so you can do different things and have different interactions and a meet and greet and all this sort of stuff. So it's a neat way of trying to keep TF Nation alive there. I don't know. I heard that there was some sort of like a clock countdown thing or like a heartbeat monitor thing. I don't know if it is to something else for TF Nation or if it was to this thing. Our friends here from the UK would probably know a little bit more about TF Nation than I do. Let's see. Road Rage I already mentioned. The Buzzworthy line. Oh, man. There's an Origins Bumblebee. Apparently it's a deluxe. My guess would be it'll be a reuse of the 127. We're getting the Power Charge Bumblebee again. I remember seeing that thing here for $69.99 at EB Games, and it got slashed and slashed and slashed, and nobody wanted it. It didn't scale with anything, and it just no. I don't think it's going to sell, but whatever. Maybe it will. It's going for we have a $49.99 listing. Now this isn't necessarily buzzworthy. We have two $49.99 US listings, which would indicate leaders. One is a leader Optimus Prime, and one is a leader Megatron. I don't know what lines they're to. They're listings, but I don't know what lines they are to. Interesting. One would think it would be some version of Optimus with his trailer again as a leader for the Megatron. I don't know. The only thing that I could think of there is that like spoiler pack type of thing where it's the Megatron and something with it. I don't know. Maybe. But those listings are there. Make of that what you will. I feel like the buzzworthy line is like they have these pallets of like the junk stuff that didn't sell. Like, oh man, everybody really hated that Studio Series 40 Shadow. That was garbage. The store stopped ordering it. What are we gonna do with all these pallets? And someone said, you know what? Let's make up a new box and call it the buzzworthy line, and we'll sell all this unsellable junk again. Yay! Everybody loses. don't know. I just, like, but that's what I feel like is happening with that line. Like everything there seems to be reissues and re-releases, and like not even the good stuff so far. I mean, some of it might end up being, but so far the stuff that they're reissuing and re-releasing is like it's not the good stuff, man. Just saying, it's not the good stuff. What else do we have here? We're gonna go over on the other side and get a couple of things out of the way, and then I want to talk about kind of the main stuff at the end. We saw some concept art that I thought was pretty cool. As a matter of fact, there were like 3 cab versions of the Siege Optimus in this concept art. I thought that the second of the 3 of them, and they're in order. If you've seen the picture, they're in order. I thought the second of the 3 was pretty neat. I think they should have gone with that. It didn't have the light eyebrows, but they did go with the light eyebrows. It is what it is. The Generations book, we saw a preview of it. Apparently, it's going to cover the 35th anniversary stuff that came out right up to and including the current movie stuff, the 86 Studio Series stuff, and even the Kingdom stuff. In the preview, we saw Leader Class, Optimus Prime. We saw Hot Rod from Studio Series. We saw Cup, and we saw Blur. I mean, you got to see that Rodimus from some different angles again. I don't know. Make of it what you will. Make of it what you will. We have in-hand images of Wingfinger. You know what? When I see Wingfinger in the actual bird mode and like flying like a bird, I'm like, you know what? Those wings are a little more convincing than I gave credit for initially. They're not full wings, they're only bones, but you know what? They're a bit aerodynamic. I think I like it. I like Wingfinger. I also like that it looks like the head and maybe a couple of the wing pieces kind of become like a bow and arrow type of thing. And Wingfinger is so like svelte and slight that there's a ninja quality to the character that I really sort of dig. I feel like Wingfinger is gonna be like a quiet, stealthy type of character. I think I dig it. We also saw some images of Slag. The Daniel is trash, just like the wheelie is. The legs do not bend. It is a seated position. You can't see any head or anything. Throwaway. No need for it to be in there. The Slag itself looks really cool. Do I have any concerns? The only concerns I have is the way the tail goes up on the back sort of indicates that there's a bit of a backpack there, champ, and I don't know how I feel about that backpack. I don't know if it's a little too big for my taste. I do like that in comparison to Grimlock, head to head, Slag is just ever so slightly shorter, but then he has the dino head behind him, and that kind of makes up that size. So, like, I feel like he scales right with Grimlock, and they showed him with some other characters. I think the Slag looks really good. I think the Daniel's trash, but I think the Slag looks really good. Yeah. Then we have a very interesting line coming out. Now we're getting to the lines stuff. It was announced just before I went on air, really. Well, no, a little earlier today, that Takara is going to be doing their, what is it called? Premium finish line. Now, some of them will be Generations. Some of them will be Studio Series, and they'll be indicated with GR or SS, but they have a PF in front of it for a premium finish, and they come in a windowless box. So far, from what they have shown, it looks like the Bumblebee movie, Bumblebee, is going to be done with a kind of a, I don't know, like a more of a muted yellow that is more reminiscent of the way he looks in the film, and a Siege Leader or Voyager class Optimus Prime. This one has a bit of battle damage, but it has the green windows just like he had in the Siege series. Will there be more to the line? I would think so. I have a funny feeling that the re-release of Abominus in cartoon accurate colors and the re-release of Volcanicus in those accurate colors, I think that was a litmus test to see if people would buy the alternate paint deco. But because now the two brands are like unified, they have to rebrand this specifically for Takara. This is going to be their premium finish. So now for Generations, keep track with me now. You have Studio Series 86 and Studio Series, and currently War for Cybertron. We're going to talk about that in a little bit, and Selects and premium finish. That's 5 lines of Generations. They're getting desperate. They're like, buy something. Here's every version of this mold you could want. Please do the thing and buy the thing, please. Comes with a new cape. Just say, I don't even know why I talk sometimes. I'm just saying, like, it is what it is. So take that what it is. I think it's good for those who don't mind paying the inflated Takara prices. That's the other thing. The Takara Sound Blaster being Alabama for less than Voyager price, I'm not convinced of it because usually stuff that's imported from Takara is at a higher price. Why would this be much lower? So I don't know if I necessarily buy that. It's a nice thought, but I don't think I necessarily buy that as Alabama. Um, Maybe we'll see. Um, if you're cool with paying the prices for the premium stuff from Takara, cool. You're probably going to be happy and you're probably going to be in for the premium finish line, which I'm sure is just animation accurate, more so than what we even usually get. Like, if they'd done a Jazz, they'd probably give him, like, the lines on his, like ankle hubcap or wheel well sections, for example. They might add some line detail, stuff like that, right? Let's check in with you guys. Hey, H&E Games, keep an eye out for an upcoming Transformers Thursday or a Fan Friday this month for a series of Hasbro Pulse Studio series. I don't care. Like, if it's a Pulse thing, I don't care. Pulse is garbage. Shouldn't exist. There you go. There's my take on that. We all know that. I'm lucky that I have some people I can source stuff through. But like, I can't be asking these people, hey, can you always give me this Pulse stuff? Like, it's not fair to them. And it shouldn't have to be done, to be honest with you. Um, let's see. I know you guys were saying a lot. Um, how far do I have to go here? Hey, Cybernetic Geek. Hey, Pop. How far up do I have to go here, man? What did I miss? What did I miss? Holy smokes! Um, they showed off images of the other Cyberverse Dinobots from the show, and you know what? I saw that too. I thought that the Dinobots from the show looked neat. Honestly, I thought it was a nice take on them. I kind of like that Grimlock though, so I'm okay with that. This is why my reviews coming for Summer Up are without voiceover and just music. That way, no one can criticize my. I don't care if people criticize my opinion. Um, well, at least when I know what you're talking about, buddy. The Project Gem is supposed to be $69.99, so who knows? $69.99 is I mean that's pricey, but like honestly, here, I don't know what Expanse was in the US. He's $89.99 here, so that would be a leader. I don't know. We'll see what Jam is, I guess. We go down here. TF Nation is canceled this year. Well, I guess that's why they're doing this spotlight thing, Marcus. Space Jam will turn to a spaceship. Was there spaceships? Like, I literally know nothing about Space Jam. I remember it was Looney Tunes and Michael Jordan, and then I think that like a couple of years ago, wasn't there like some sort of a remake or something? I know nothing about Space Jam. Um, like do a crossover, cool, but it's like Jurassic Park. Everybody knows, like Crimson, for example, loves Jurassic. I literally know nothing about Jurassic Park. I honestly doubt the leader OP and Megatron are from Generations, honestly. And they might not. Honestly, Small, they might not be from Generations. It doesn't identify the line. You might be right. Maybe they're not Generations. And they could be like some like oversized junk thing. I could be late to the party, but I was talking to a toy seller and he mentioned them doing some combiners and 20. Yeah, no, see, starting with Minnesota. Okay, I'm going to say this again, and I said it last week. There's been nothing confirmed that combiners are being done. Nothing. There's been a fan who keeps saying it over and over. He's been saying it for a good year, and then we have yet to hear anything announced. And now he's saying, I'll mention it because it'll come up in the news in a little bit. Now he's saying that the word is they're not revisiting combiners as a whole. They're going to do maybe one a year where it's going to be a commander class body and deluxe limbs. I don't even understand how that would work other than you have a Voyager, and then like he comes with a trailer or something that becomes like the skeleton of the rest of the combiner. And this guy is saying Menasor, possibly followed in 2023 by Defensor. Absolutely zero Lee has been said official on it. It is not even a rumor. It is not a listing. At this point, it is a nothing but a fan hope. If it becomes something that actually has evidence to back it up, I'll be the first one to give credit and report it. But for now, no, it's a nothing. It's a fan hoping that they redo Menasor because he wasn't good. If it's out of scale with all of the previous Combiner Wars combiners, I don't think it's going to go well. I don't think that revisiting combiners now is a wise idea anyway. It's been less than 10 years. In some cases, it's only been about 5 years since we had all of those combiners. As a matter of fact, we're still getting those molds coming out now with reissues of some of the Combiner War stuff and just finishing off the Seacons. I don't think many people are going to be in for totally redoing combiners again. I really don't. Really, really don't. So I've heard it, but Lee, it's at this point, not saying it won't be confirmed at some juncture, but at this point, it's just a fan hoping that they redo a Menasor. I would need to see actual hard evidence to the contrary. You know what? I'd love to see combiners again because that way I buy zero, nothing. I'm not replacing all of them. That'd be ludicrous. Rodimus's wheels are a tragedy from any angle. Yes, they are. I mentioned that last Friday. They didn't even care to paint it. And I brought it up to Lazy Eyebrow, and he was crushed when he saw it. And he saw the back of tracks and was like, he was crushed there, too, because it's so bad. They keep saying, who's they? They keep saying Motormaster is going to be Commander class. The only they I hear are a bunch of fans on the boards. Like, who's they? Hasbro hasn't. They haven't said anything about it. They keep saying Motormaster is going to be a Commander class. I want to know who they is. It might be a lot less plastic with Wingfinger. That's a possibility. Ace. I'm supporting it because it's different. The bumper Daniel Spike better. Yeah, honestly, it is. It really is. That buzzworthy Spike Daniel is sad to say is better than the one that comes with Slag. I'll be comparing Slag with the G1, my fave. That makes perfect sense. Hey, Jason. Go down here. That'd be a tiny size. Henke has made its grand return. Maybe small. You might not be too far off. You say you don't watch Peaver. Oh my god. No, I don't. I don't watch anything from a thief. Stop asking me, Blue. Stop. You know what? I'm going to remove that comment. I don't want his name here. That's how offended I am by a thief. No, I'm not watching anything from a thief. Stop bringing his name up. I'm not leaving it there. Keep an eye out for an upcoming. I said that the re-release of Abominus looks great, but I hear it's crap to combine. I don't know why it'd be bad to combine. Maybe it is. I honestly haven't heard anything. Mine is fine. Hey Ryan. Are you a cat person? Right now we have a dog, Tessa, but I had a cat for 16 years, Mo, and I loved him dearly. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm generally a pet person. I've had about 4 years of my life. I'm 42, almost 43, 43 in a couple of weeks. And I've had maybe 4 years of my life, roughly, that I didn't have a pet in the house. So yeah, I'm an animal person. You should get some sparkless bots. Ah, ah. The like as we go down here. Hey Alex. I order from Pulse just in case. I cannot order items anywhere else. Well, see, that's the thing. I can't order from Pulse. Like that's not an option for me, right? That's the sad thing about that. Hey, Mr. Rivas. The frustration. Let's see. Why shortchange us? Why shortchange us? Because they can. Why shortchange us? Because they can. Because they know that collectors are suckers and a fool is born every minute. And because people are legitimately addicted to plastic, they're going to pay the prices anyway. That's why they shortchange. It's like people think that they're out to actually please us. They're not. They're out to make the biggest profit. And the only people that they're out to please are the shareholders. Like, I don't. Is this a difficult concept for people to grasp? Until we as consumers hold them accountable and say we're not paying what you want, we don't buy your valuation, then they're going to keep upping the valuation and lowering the what they give us because they can. It's as simple as that. That's why they're shortchanging us. We let them. I'd be down for combiners if it wasn't the ones that we have in the box sets, the Computron that I never got. I'm down. What? I'd be down for the combiners if it was for the ones that were boxes. Here's the thing: they're not going to be like they're. I don't want combiners. There you go. That's all I'm going to say. Down for Menasor. I'm so sad to hear anybody saying that they support these combiners already. That makes me sad. The only way I would want a Menasor is if I can use my Combiner Wars limbs with it. That's it. If I got to go all in on it, then I'm out. If I can use my Combiner Wars limbs with it, I'm in. Um, it would only be good if we get a Motormaster that scales perfectly with Prime in both modes, so we can see who is king of the road. Yes, Graham's right. Graham's usually right. I would like to see one of the combiners in the 86 line, a Voyager for each. We have a Devastator that was just re-released. That's all Voyagers. I don't see it being done in 86. Like he just came out again in January. Yeah, and I don't mean to bust the bubble, Lee, and hopefully it'll get confirmed for people who want it. But right now, I can't report something as news. I can't even report it as rumor when I have literally nothing to back it up other than someone on the board saying it. I can go on the boards. I can go on the boards and look at you and say, guess what? We're getting a proper 6-member Lio Kaiser with all of the Breastmasters. We're getting it. It's happening. Who am I? I'm a nobody. Like, no, I don't believe the boards, and neither should you. That's how, wait until you got evidence. Is all I'm saying. Wait until you got evidence. I'm in for the new combiners as long as they don't look as bad as the Combiner Wars versions. I love the Combiner Wars. I don't understand. I know Kato hates the Combiner Wars, and I don't get it. They're brilliant. They're smooth. They're well articulated. They're fun to animate. I don't know why you don't like it, man. And I don't. I don't know. I don't know. To each their own. And I hope you get what you want. But I would look forward to saving money. I do not blindly buy everything. I need some type of attachment to the character to buy a specific version. I don't need. That's the other thing. Like a lot of people say they need an attachment to the character, and that's why a lot of people haven't been supporting things like the fossilizers. I'm explicitly supporting them because I have nothing. They're brand new. We always clamor for new, and when they give it to us, people are complaining. I don't know about you, but like I don't need another Optimus or another Megatron. I don't need another Soundwave or another Starscream. I don't need another Bumblebee or another Ironhide or another Ratchet. The ones that are there are fine. What they need to do is make more of them so those who want them can get them. But don't give me more of the same. I'm done with more of the same. I want different. Now that's just me. That's just me. But I want different. And I think we're caught up. I probably missed some stuff, but I think we're caught up. Okay, so let's get into kind of the end of the news here now. And some of this is, again, fan hope, and some of it is actual news. So we'll see. So, first thing, listings update. These are listings. These are actually happening. They're listings. Transformers 6, Brawn, Ratchet, and Wheeljack, and Soundwave. All of these from the Bumblebee movie, I do believe. So I think that's cool. They're going to be obviously slightly stylized, but the stuff from the Bumblebee movie seems to sell well. It looks good, and a lot of people seem to like it. So I think all those are good. I think the Brawn is really interesting. I think the Ratchet is going to look particularly good. I'm a sucker for Wheeljack. Am I going to get this? Doubtful, but I'm sure he's going to look beautiful. 86. Now, this was one that was a fan hope that is now confirmed by a listing, Perceptor. Now, for one, man, I love Perceptor. I do. I love the Titans Return Perceptor, but I know he was really hard to get. And I know some people stuck with the Reveal the Shield, and he's not for everyone. So, while I love this guy, I have been concerned about the sliding mechanism of the scope piece. I'd have to see this one, but I think it's good that they are at least entertaining doing a Perceptor again. Wrecker, we already knew. And I am very happy to report that originally the information that had come to me was that the Coronation Starscream had been canceled in lieu of Armada Thrust from the Bumblebee movie. But 86 is getting Coronation. It's called King Starscream Cape. Got to be Coronation Starscream. My guess is going to be Earthrise Starscream with his bits and pieces that make him a king, but maybe it'll be a whole new mold. We'll see. But I do like seeing that. It is a change of heart that apparently had, you know, like died somewhere along the way that got revived, and I like it. So those are all listings. Like it. Now, rumor mill. Just a couple of things here in the rumor mill to note. Apparently, we may be getting in the selects line Sure Shot, but Sure Shot looks like it may be a remold of Barrage. I don't really see how this is Sure Shot. I love this mold, but as Sure Shot, I I don't know. I don't see it. I don't. We'll see, but I don't see it. But I do want a Sure Shot. Honestly, we have the Decepticon Target Masters. Give us the Autobot ones. Of course, I also want the Battle Masters to go with them, man, so that we can have their proper Target Master partners. I think that's an interesting. I think that's an interesting idea. Again, somebody else again brought up Studio Series 86 Insecticons. Guys, that's a fan hope at this point. Will it be confirmed? I don't know. I like the Titans Return, or well, the Legends class ones, but a lot of people have clamored for deluxes. Right now, it is just a fan wish. Fan wish. Studio Series Insecticons, nothing more than a fan hope in the wind, but it could get confirmed. Perceptor did. So things can happen. At this point, I would not call it a rumor. I would call it a fan hope. Rumor. Another rumor. Apparently, the next trilogy will be called Legacy, just as this trilogy was called The War for Cybertron and the one before it was called Prime Wars. And apparently, the first part of this trilogy will be subtitled Evolution. That's what they're saying. I don't know if it's any value or truth to it. That's a rumor. Just as we have, right now, War for Cybertron Kingdom, it would be Transformers Legacy, Evolution. We'll see. We will see if that's actually a thing or not. Now, some of the names being thrown about as possibly a part of Evolution: Beast Wars Tarantulas, Commander Motormaster and the Deluxe Limbs, Skids. I would love a Skids. I really would. Blaster, finally. Perceptor, although this is why I'm leery of this list. We're getting a Perceptor in 86. I don't see getting another Perceptor in something called Evolution. Blitzwing, people have been calling for it. I don't see that happening either, but it could. Snarl, it would be weird that we're getting the Dinobots of Studio Series. Now all of a sudden Snarl is coming out in another line. That seems strange and suspect to me. Sludge, same thing. Seems strange and suspect to me. Even if Snarl and Swoop came out in some other line, Sludge was one of the original three. You would figure he would be in Studio Series at the very least. So I again, I don't believe this list because of these glaring errors. Goldbug, we have a listing for Goldbug. I don't think it's going to be an Evolution. I think he's going to be maybe Selects or Kingdom because we already have a listing for him. Transformers Prime, Optimus Prime, and Bulkhead. Don't see it happening. Do not see it happening. Beast Wars Inferno, I hope. And Beast Wars Silverbolt, I hope. All of that list under Evolution, all of that, nothing more than fan hope. Not even rumor at this point. Not even rumor. Don't get on the bandwagon and say it's happening and all this stuff. Right now, zero of that is confirmed. It's interesting to have those hopes, and maybe it will become something, but none of that is confirmed. None of it. Will it happen? I don't know. I mean, I'd like to see some of that. In fact, I had somebody recently ask me to do a custom job on a blaster, like the custom blaster I did for someone else. And I said to him, look, hold off. Are you talking to Tessa? Yeah, she does that. Some of this I'd like to see. I told him, hold off, see what happens. But right now, don't call any of that a rumor. Don't say, hey, I heard a rumor that. say I have a hope, I have a fan hope that this happens because that's what it is. We as fandom should really be just careful of what's rumor and what's not. I think Legacy Evolution is a rumor. I think the Selects Sure Shot is a rumor. I think the big long list of stuff, because of the ones that don't seem to fit in the line, I think that's more fan hope. We'll see. We'll see as time goes on. I'm going to check in with you guys, and then we're going to do trivia and the unboxing. And we're going to get out of here. Let's go up here. I need a drink. It's been a lot of talking, man. Water. Water, the most refreshing drink ever. I gotta go up here a little bit. I want Astro Train Ace. Just cleared up much space in my closet for Black Zarek. You were mentioning that last week, Alex, that you were going to do that. Um, yeah. Marcus is saying something about being embarrassed here in the chat. Alex, I don't know what you were doing last week, but it was brought up to me that you were talking to someone about something that made no sense. If I read down through these comments and I see it, I'm going to remove all of it. I'm not wasting my time with it. I picked up one Cybertronian and one Earth Prime and Megs. Collecting every variant is nuts. It is nuts to collect every variant. Bring on the Black Zarek. Yeah, that'd be cool. I didn't know 86 Perceptor soon. I think Blaster would fit in 86 lines. They're going to do them. Yes, hoping for a black repaint. Yes, give me Magnificus. That's what I want. I would like to have this guy as Perceptor and give me a Magnificus. That would be great. 100% getting Perceptor. Yeah, a lot of people I think are going to be in for Perceptor. Gonna hide that. I wonder if the 86 Starscream would be the gray, like the dead Optimus. I wondered the same thing, Runus, if it would be like his crown and his cape in gray. That would be weird, though. But it could be. Earthrise Starscream with an upgrade kit. That's kind of what I'm thinking, Ace. Only got Skywarp and Thundercracker. He'll be displayed behind my SS Jetfire. I'll make him the height more noticeable. That's fair, Alex, actually. That Jetfire is big, too. Primeval Dawn Color Tarantulas. Fox Kid. I feel like that if we were to get a Fox Kids Primeval Dawn Colored Tarantulas, honestly, I could see it, but I think it would be, bless you, I think it would be a selects release, probably. Evolution is a mystery. Don't make me sing it. Don't make me sing it, input. Don't make me sing it. I was thinking the same thing, honestly. As soon as I saw it, I started having the song go through my head. Yeah. Yeah, I had it going through. Yeah, absolutely. I caught on there. I almost started to sing it, honestly. But you know, Vince, right? I love the black and silver tarantulas. Magnificus is my boy. Hobby figure, personal favorite. Yeah, I think Magnificus would be wonderful. I'm down for something better. TR Perceptor is good, but I'm down for something. I could see that. I like this guy, and I think he's better than the RTS by far. But there is definitely still room here to improve, no doubt. But he's good. I'll see what the new one is like and see if I'm in for it. From there, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But it'd have to be something good because I do like this boy. So we'll see. Could happen. It's happened before. Triple R says if they make a new Magnificus, they will probably make him a Merc. Probably, and I'd be fine if they make him a Merc. I got Decepticon logos there if I want to make him a Decepticon. Are there any good Octane in your opinion? Third party is expensive. No. I have the Titans Return, but I don't believe in its longevity. I could be down for new Octane. Hey, John. My favorite one that I own. I don't know. That's a hard question, John. My favorite one that I own. Probably either Owen Studio, Cell, Unicron, or Wei Jiang's Ultimate Guard, or my Metroplex. Although I have a big fondness for my Primus. My Primus, my wife got me my Primus. I have a big fan. I have a lot. See, it's hard to say that one because I have a lot that I have like personal stories and connections to that like I got from someone or for a certain reason that's special to me. So that's a hard one to answer, man. Commander class Lugnut. Again, no, he's too big. That's too big for Lugnut. Commander class should be for the huge guys. And I know Lugnut's a bruiser and stuff, but I don't see Commander. Leader, maybe. I don't see Commander. Like, I'm not really in that much for Commander. I mean, they're $120 a pop. Like, that's expensive. I'm not in for a whole bunch of them. An updated skids would be excellent. Yes, it would, because the Thrilling 30s one was bad. Do you have a favorite out of the War for Cybertron trilogy that you've gotten so far? Yeah, Starscream, Siege, Starscream. That Tetrajet mold, I love it. And Impactor, tie between those two. Um, all my Seekers, Nemesis Prime. Yeah, I do love Nemesis Prime, man. Lugnut's not huge. No, he's not that huge, Alex. He's all right. Yeah, he was taller than Megs. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's not a commander. I'm not entertaining it. I'm not arguing it. He's not a commander. No. Something like Star Saber's commander. And as big as Lugnut is, no, he's not Star Saber. I'm sorry. He's not. He's not Death Source. No, he's not that big. I'm not entertaining it. It's as simple as that. Not going at it, man. Not going. I think he's big. He should be a large leader, but he's not commander. I expect Commander to be huge, which is why I think I'm going to tear the Rodimus to shreds. That's what I'm expecting. I expect to tear him to shreds. We'll see, though. Um, take care, Ken. Okay, let's do trivia. Trivia is from, because I want to do the trivia, I want to do our unboxing. I want to get out of here. It was a long show last week, so I'm trying to clue this one up. Our trivia comes from Blue Raccoon this week, and it's an interesting one, a bit out there. So in Beast Wars, the character of Rampage, his story arc as a whole was inspired by which novel? Was it inspired by A, Matilda? We all know the movie Matilda. Was it inspired by B, The Last Man? Was it inspired by C, Lador? Or was it inspired by D, Frankenstein? Which book inspired the story of Rampage? Matilda, The Last Man, Lador, or Frankenstein? D, they're saying Frankenstein, D, G, input, of course, saying G. And I know Cato here is here somewhere saying C. D. It is, in fact, Frankenstein. Bonus question, and you're going to have to write this one. Bonus question. Who is the author of all four of these novels? Who wrote all four of these novels? Come on, somebody give me a name. Somebody give me a name. Who wrote the novels? Oh, come on. Somebody knows this man. You guys are taking too long. I think Cato left. Yeah, I probably did. Mary Shelley. Mary Shelley. Yep. Mary Shelley originally. Yeah, it was Mary Shelley originally. Um, there you go. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, let's get to the unboxing. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here, fellow babies. So, unboxing time. What do we have this week? Well, the very first thing I'm going to show here is going to be the item that I am reviewing tomorrow. Hold on, I have to. The item I'm reviewing tomorrow, and it's Netflix deep cover. I love this one. However, the tolerances on this are extremely different than the other deep cover. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Tomorrow, man. We'll talk about this one tomorrow. I did not know Rampage was based on Frankenstein. Apparently, I didn't know either. But what do you know? Frankenstein is an underrated show. Um, How did I find this? How did you find what, MG? I don't know what you're asking. How did I find what? I don't even know what you're talking about, man. Um, oh man, I love WKRP. Les Nessman and his walls. Les Nessman and his walls were great. Oh, booger. There, I said it. I said it. Me and Dr. Johnny Fever. Even my son liked Rampage's first appearance. Great character, very great character. Love that deep cover. Yeah, this one's gonna be really different. I wish he didn't have the muck and the schmutz on him. But the amount of paint here is astonishing. I love that. However, I'm not using him as deep cover. I'm using him under another name. We'll talk about it tomorrow in the review. I also have. We know now. I found that deep cover locally. Luckily, we all know that the Cheetor from Wave 3 came from New York, came from Jay Holla. And I mentioned last week how coming from Nova Scotia, from Andy B from Andy B Games, I was getting this guy, the drone. This guy came from Nova Scotia. However, I did manage to find a second drone locally. I wanted two drones to flank my Quintesson Pit of Judgment Quintesson. He's like my head Quintesson, and these will be his like personal guard. So the way I explain it is these drones, I'm seeing them as like the Crimson Guard, and the rest of like the Alicons and the Sharkticons are like the blue troopers from G.I. Joe. Right? You get the idea. So like these are a little more elite, and they're going to be like the personal guards to that Quintesson. So I have both of them. Then also coming from Nova Scotia, this guy. It is the Sparkless Drone. I'm not going to call him Sparkless Drone. My intention for this guy is that he will be a Junkion named Rust Bucket, who ironically likes to spend a lot of his time at the Rust Bucket. I'm not a comics guy, but even I know that that's a club in the seedy parts of Cybertron. And this guy likes to spend his time there. In fact, he likes the club so much that he named himself after it. But he's going to be a Junkion. I think that this is the hands down best use of this mold. I wasn't even going to get it, and I think it's the best use of this mold. Love it. Love, love, love it. Let me lay that in there. We have one more unboxing, one more part to do to the unboxing. I'm just going to check in with you guys. Who am I calling the Sparkless? Rust Bucket. That's what I'm calling him. Rust. RUSTBUCKET. All one word. Rust Bucket. Thought I would like selects, but this is better. I tend to agree with you, Ace, honestly. Although I do love the selects, but I love it for a different reason. I found that the side swipe Manitoba had really tight ankles. The ankles on this guy weren't so tight, but the knees and the shoulders, man. Oh, buddy. What's messed up is the monster wasn't the actual monster in the Frankenstein novel. It wasn't. That's absolutely true. Muck and schmuck. 10 points for casual Yiddish usage. Right, right. I'm glad somebody noticed that. Let's see. I just used deep cover as a G1 style Bumblebee movie drop. A lot of people use that, but I have Dropkick. So since I have Dropkick, I'm going to name him as something else, which does tie back to G1. But that's a fair use, though, Nate, honestly. Going to get deep cover next week from Amazon. Enjoy, Omar. I like him. The black one, I love. I done the review on it last week, and I said I love that color scheme. Let's see. That drone is one head retool away from becoming turmoil. You're right, actually. Come to think of it, the Selects DC is very nice too. I had to get deep cover because Netflix, because he was all by himself on the shelf. That's fair, Manitoba. I know you didn't want him to be lonely. He needed a home. Commander class Rust Bucket. Commander class Rust Bucket. Yeah. Hope we get a few more of the zombie cons. Maybe the Reflector and Sideswipe. Maybe. Now that we got deep cover as Dropkick, I need to find someone to use as Shatter. That's going to be tougher, man. Let's see. The paint on the Sparkless looks, it really does, and he's slathered like he's coated in the paint. Yeah, Rustbug I thought was a great name. Let's see. With a little tweaking, he can be Ironhide. He could be Shattered Glass Ironhide for sure. Still waiting on my Dirge and Ramjet 2-pack. Got another delay notification, though, so that's great. You are late, Maximal 10, and I don't know if I can forgive you. When I get the Sparkless Seeker with his Battle Masters, they're all going to be a unit called Rusticons. Already have Sparkless Bot. That's fair. That's fair, Ryan. My last pickup here, I use my drone as Shatterglass Ironhide. A lot of people are going to do that, I think, Triple R. My last one, I just found it today, just before the show, is in fact the Sparkless Seeker, who I'm actually not going to use as a Sparkless Seeker. I'm just going to use him as another Seeker. He's going to be part of a triple unit with Hot Link and Red Wing. This guy is going to be named Grime Wing because he's grimy, and his whole thing is going to be that he is the Seeker who does the dirtiest of the dirty jobs and loves it. Now, he came with 2 Battle Masters. They're not staying with him. The Battle Masters are going to become someone else. Now, some time ago, I did 2 custom Battle Masters for this guy. This, of course, is Spinister. And I did a custom version of Hair Splitter and Singe. And I was like, this is great. All of the current target masters that I have now have their partners. And somebody said, what about Quake? And I'm like, oh, damn it. Yeah, you're right. I don't have Quake. Now I have Quakes. My intention is to take those 2, and thanks to a custom blaster piece that was printed by Grimlock Gone, this lad over here is going to become Tip Top, and this lad over here is going to become Heater. I still have paint to do, but I now have Tip Top and Heater, rather than Sparkless Caliburst and Sparkless Singe. Like I said, a little bit of a domino effect with the pickup here. The domino effect, of course, being that the extra Battle Masters can now get painted to become the Target Masters that belong with Quake. And now, at least until Sure Shot comes out, all of my Target Masters that should have Target Masters now have Target Masters. Whoo! Boom! Bang! We're done. Ladies, gentlemen, that is it for the show tonight. I appreciate you guys coming by. Give me some of your time. I hope heading into the weekend that you guys have a tremendous weekend, a beautiful weekend, nothing but good vibes and good feelings your way until we meet here again next week. I appreciate you coming by. Give me some of your very valuable time. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we offer to you through Teespring. Or, of course, hit the join button, baby, right here on YouTube. We need a needle nose. I agree. We do need a needle nose. Hit the subscribe button while you're at it. Stick around. Have some fun with us. I look forward to the next time that you and I... Oh, don't forget that somehow, some way, each and every day, you do make a difference. I almost forgot to say that. I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit either in the live streams right here on Thursday nights, like we are right now, at the stop motion premieres, or the old-fashioned way, like tomorrow, inside the videos.